Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. You know, sometimes one is forced to reiterate something. Say it again, is what I'm saying, to gain further understanding. When you make statements like, he thinks he is better than us, let me explain this one more time. I have no concept. I am unable to even conceptualize. He thinks he's better than us. We are unable to conceptualize. We don't know what you mean or what you're talking about. Have you seen how we live? Is not the standard of living and the measurement of living one of material gain? Do not I have none? Do not I have none? So even by your own standard, you simply make no sense. You understand what I'm saying, right? Rethink the statement. Rethink this man's fickleness. You make definitions, and then you yourself either don't understand them or you refuse to submit to the very definitions of the words that you have created. Anyway, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. Number two, I serve. I serve. Do not misunderstand this. I serve. I have a boss. If I did not have a boss, saying we are brought butcher's knives and swords, then God called us back in and removed our weapons and gave us scalpels. None of us are efficient at using this new tool. It's too small, but yet it's very, very sharp. It takes training. It takes a certain steadiness of the mind and steadiness of the hand. Else you'll nick an artery, and the patient will surely die from bleeding out. At any rate, that's not what it is. I have a boss. To mean, he means you, source. He means source. Because he still doesn't understand there is no you. Let me break it down further. There are 7 spirits in a circle. One of them is always in the middle of the circle, while the other 6 remaining on the outside marching in a circle secures and protects the one that lies within the circle. At any given moment, I'm the one that gave them numbers. 1, 2, that there are 7 of us. We all look alike. And number 5 could be number 7. I gave them numbers, so I'll know. I counted them. There was 6. And then there was me, making 7. Now, what did this 7 represent? They represented the 7 spirits of God. See, most of you think that God is one singularity, one spirit. In ways he is, but it is the combination of the 7 that makes him God. I exist in your world. I am a spirit made manifest into flesh, not like you. You are different. You are different. We arrive at the same place, but by different pathways. Different pathways. It will seem that they are the same. We were both born through the womb of a woman. She has nothing to actually do with it. Or does she? Or does she? Yes, she does, but that's on a different level. Hey man, we're going to go through one more skirmish here. There will be trauma. To them, yeah, but to us too. I'm pretty sure that we gonna you're gonna experience a little trauma, but we can do it, right? As long as it's before 65, nigga. But this our last go round, right? I promise. This our last go round. I promise. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna need you one more time at 100% expecting trauma, like old times, hitting on all 8 cylinders. Us, it's of the body, not us. I mean, we just feel what the damn body doing, but we could easily detach and not feel anything, which is not right. People get dead when they don't feel pain. Trust me, that's when they get dead. It's when they stop feeling pain or they stop having fear. It depends on what the fear thing. It depends on what side of the damn track you're on. The only place he messed up at, he would have had you. But the only place he messed up at is by interfering. If he hadn't interfered, you would have went sideways anyway. He had to hurry it up. He had to interfere beyond the fallen. If he hadn't have done that, then this shit here would have been slowed down by probably half a century. But his interference changes everything. His injection and use of the spiritual world, and I'm surprised that they even agreed. Nobody leaves. Nobody ever leaves. At any rate, the devil goes to talk to the angels who guard the gate and tried to involve them in this plan against Jesus as if they were in the same position he was. They still work for the man. But he also understands that what they work at is darkness. And maybe I can, give him a little something, something here. So he goes to talk to them, and and he brought somebody out. He didn't ask the devil for any fucking permission. Walked right past him, walked right out. Everything frozen except the devil, who was stuck in dismay and pissed. You didn't hear that story. Well, get the hell away from me because we'll not bother this man named Jesus. Okay, he leaves. He's thinking to himself, I gotta get this nigga. And I'm using the term liberally. But he goes and talks to the angel of death. Best description I can give it. When it enters the room, the atmosphere changes. I mean, that happens with any angel, but not like, this guy is different. He doesn't light the room up. No, he turns everything gray, everything dead. The paint started to look like it's peeling. Cobwebs started to appear in the ceiling, along with ceiling stains. It's like everything in there has been touched by him. Now, I'm not saying. I mean, you have to understand. We made of the same stuff. We have our arrangements, but but just on sight, I would rather he stay over there. Okay, I'd rather he just stay over there. There's something about this guy here that's just unsettling. It ain't that it's pain or fear. No, it's something that different. It's different than anything that exists in the universe on the outside of what he is. There is one him. One. There's no rough further. You stop right there. You stop right there. And it stops. I mean, you out of line anyway. Plus, you're early. Now get on out of here. We busy, and what you do? Come to watch the show? I ain't dead yet, but I know if it brought your ass, I'm just about in the right area of existence, almost dead, but not quite. You have to be careful. I feel like death can be sneaky. He knew dangers all at once, and it's dangerous. You can die, and not only can you die, you don't have to necessarily make it back as a consciousness aware of what you're doing from from any of those realms, and then you just done for. You might die, or your body may get taken over by some spirits or the other. More than likely, more than likely, almost immediately they wait. Anyway, it's Friday night. Don't come no closer with your creepy ass. mm. Shit, shit start turning gray, rusting, paint started to flaking, walls started to looking like they ain't been made ain't been maintained in 40 years, dust everywhere. I shit you not, man. Keep that dude out of here. Shit. If he ain't got no invitation, he needs to move around. At any rate, the stakes are high. The stakes are high. You ever seen anybody try to retrieve a bowling ball that's already been that's thrown down the alley? Me neither. Once the ball leaves the hand, it's up the lane. Hope you put enough spin on it, English, because you're not getting that ball back until they send it back. It's that kind of a party. Once this ball is rolled, it was designed to every pin, no matter what it has to do. It ain't the kind of ball that you can throw and then guide it. Once you fire the weapon, it's fired. There's no retrieving it. There's no making it curve. So, due to the nature of the situation and the what I know to be the damage, once the missile hit, I already know that there will be heavy casualties. The enemy will take. See, God, you're not hearing me. Yes, I mean I don't want it to be like that. I want you to take control, full control, and he refuses. All he says to me is, whatever you do is in order. Whatever you say is in order. And I keep saying, sir, sir, sir. And he's not listening. He won't hear of it. Even when I say there will be mistakes, he will still say, that, and then I started to watch the northeast quadrant, and then the southwest quadrant. No, you're gonna miss something and your ass gonna die. Now I'm pretty good at keeping up with the movements and motions of the battlefield. That's not where the issue is. The issue is in the possible responses. What exactly are the rules of engagement here? I need clarification, because I'm not gonna redesign my weapon unless you make me do it. You already said that everything is in order. I made the right bullet. I generally don't. I don't care. Well, whatever is. I just pull the trigger. This gun is a fixed gun. It can point one direction. Okay, one direction. It's not the type of gun you can swing around and shoot 360 degrees. I put fail safes in it. So the only thing that will ever get fired on are that which walks in the gun sights. Otherwise, it can't shoot to the left and it can't shoot to the right. It must get in. Became that thought of uh, how far. I mean, exactly what is the damage report? Oh, sir, by human standards, it's pretty obscene. But by ours, we are dealing with millions of people on the planet. It's a, sir, it's a flash in. I mean, it's a flash in the pan, a drop in the bucket. It's nothing. I ask you for a damaged report. There's going to be many, and their wives. Why are you here? Well, I mean, I didn't call you, so it had to be one of these fools, man. But that gave me just enough space, just enough space to do some thinking and to see the extent, because it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Can we say anyway? It's just going to be bad. So every now and then, even the smartest amongst us have to slow our ass down a minute. And there's a difference between when God do it and when the devil do it. You know the difference. You do know. It don't have the same feel. You know. So since I can't figure out exactly this balancing that, because this one is one of the best, hardest balancing acts ever do the scripture that I already know without having to read it. It's always a two, so it's easy to add up. And if it's in scripture and it's written, I most definitely don't have to do any thinking at all. I just do it. Or I don't do it based on scripture. What's written in my heart, what he put there. Sometimes I move by schedule, sometimes I move by spirit. But as far as that idea of thinking, I'm really happy that I don't do that. Unless I want to. But I really don't do that. Everything I see and takes over the man's consciousness. In God's idea of what you would think of as a spiritual takeover is totally different. No, the God comes in, looks around, like the place, say, hey, I think I'm gonna have a seat here a minute. Is that okay with you? Something like that. And you retain your autonomy. You don't change as the person. No, I mean there was nothing wrong with you. You need to know their names. And when they found each other, they became one, and they became the ancient one that has created everything. Everything. Anyway, let's wrap this one here up. There is no above you. When have you ever respected anything above you anyway that's not shiny, that ain't flashy, that ain't got power or money or something they can transact with? When you talk to me, no, 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 no. I take, then you be dead. Allow me to explain. You know how many angels wanted to kill you? I'm talking about mankind. I mean, they actually went to counsel with God and said, God, just let us kill them. They already offended the earth, themselves, us, and you, and the stars. Who's not mad at them? Who haven't they messed over? Let us kill them. And God agreed. See, and then you see for the second time, we shall be leavened. That's why you're still alive. But they meant to kill you, every last one of you, and then sort the shit out later, spiritually. They was gonna be harsh and fast with it. They try to show you as much humanity and treat you in a humane manner while they do it. But they were gonna do it. It was explained to God why, and God said no. I said no. I'm not so sure that I would have said no. In fact, like we can make this happen. It's nothing personal. This is war. Okay? Either God allows it or God stops it. We're not talking about bullets and guns and crime. This works sort of differently. It's much more effective and efficient, believe it or not, when you're dealing with things of the spirit. But I didn't come for this. I thought it was understood that I came for war. I'm armed for war. You gave me the right arm. Why do you and I was angry. I was very angry. Why do you care what we do? I mean, it's lightning, thunder. I mean, it was bad. It was one of them nights. And God done my ass just like, it is Satan almost. All that anger, all that vitriol, all that energy, I may as well had whispered. It had no effect on him at all. Disgusted with myself. I sounded stupid. Who the hell? I mean, really? Really? That's how we rolling tonight, huh? But as usual, God brings me to his point of view. He makes me see why, rather than me, go by your actions and add it up 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. Then, oh, this is easy. Load the gun when it's not like that. But that was early on. Things are slightly different now. Or call him or don't believe. He simply doesn't care. As long as I don't get too much blood on my hands and understand that we keep what we kill. We keep what we kill. That is a deep ass statement, deeper than you would ever understand. But we keep what we kill. There's an understanding that would be beyond you. It's way beyond the statement. And I don't like necessarily keeping what I kill. So he favored you. See, God isn't gonna tell you no when he knows you're right. He's better than that. He's better than that. He understands your argument, takes your argument, look at the facts, look at the data, and if you're right, you're right. But God has the ultimate but. Son, I know you're right, but win an argument, 2 thumbs up, and you found them guilty. I found them guilty too. How about that? Well, then while we talking, pass me my guns. Wait, not so fast. While seeing them after I've been rebuked by him. Rebuked. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down a minute. You have put them on a pedestal. They are imperfect. They are fallible. They gonna do the shit that they do. How many of them are you willing to kill? How many? How many acts of nature are you willing to utilize? Will you make nature sin against herself. Try to make it hard. This not him saying it. This me understanding him. I'm gonna just make you do it anyway. I'll make you to do it without you even realizing that you're doing it. So will we be doing it your way or our way? Well, shit. I guess we're gonna be doing it your way. You guess? There ain't no way but your way. This is what I be saying, Lord. You too hard on me. I mean, I gotta go. I have went to arguing with him so, a few times, and every time he turned out right. He didn't even sit. I mean, he ain't gonna sit back and argue back with you or debate because that would raise you up to his level. If Satan would have just stood down when he said stand down, none of this would have happened, and they would have fixed the issue. Son, what's bothering you? I see you brought your brothers too. What the hell? What are you doing? That's not how it went. Time. Whole different thing. Losing time is different. Because the shit that has been planned out happens by dates and phases as per a calendar. And one speed bump throws everything off, sets everything off weeks. I don't care how goddamn small it is, because you're dealing with human nature and human emotions and human interactions, and humans are fickle. They're not like machines. They're not like machines. So, if he say kill you, I mean, this is just an analogy, figuratively. If the book say kill you, then I kill you. If the book say help you, then I help you. I mean, I'm real stupid with it. I am basic with it. Whatever the book say, give me the book. It may be your lucky day, or what chapter is that? And what book? And what verse? Sir, you have anything to say? And would you like to read it? I'm not going to even look at it. This is your lucky day. And I started from up there in the blackness, looking like the blackness. You, ma'am, started here, and sir, in the womb of a woman, as I too fleshly came through the womb of a woman, but the spirit inside of me manifested in somewhere just north of heaven, where ain't nothing but blackness. That's where I'm born. I am a creation combined with six other spirits manifested in a physical body of flesh, bone,